Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Episode 3 of Food Plot Chronicles. I'll tell you what, talk about the dog days of summer. Woo! It's a warm one out here. Today, Dino is finishing up planting a backyard bean plot, and we are gonna start to build us a wall with a product called Green Monster. Wait a minute. Green Monster like baseball, Red Sox, historical venue, Fenway Park? No. Green Monster is a product from White Gold. It is a sorghum Egyptian wheat blend. It grows really, really tall, and it's gonna allow us to get in and out of our food plots undetected. There's not much more you need to know. Let's just go get in the field with Dino.
One more acre of beans to do. Just finishing up this little backyard field right now. I'm going heavy, definitely going heavy with these beans. Probably going close to 100 pounds an acre, maybe even a little bit more than that. But the reason being is we have a deer, the deer eat them so hard. I'm like, I just feel like you can't. It seems like wherever we've put beans down heavy in the past is where they've grown the best, the fullest, and had the most pods. That's because they can handle a little bit of the browse pressure. So that's what we're doing. If anyone's in the market for a pair of work boots, I'm not just saying this, okay? I'm not. These VP Rockies, 8-inch. I tell you what, I work the hell out of those boots. I'm in them from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and I don't want to take them off my feet. How crazy is that? You know, when you work for a while and you're just like, oh, I need to get my boots off. That never happens with those. If anything, I'm like, I don't really feel like taking these off. They fit so well. I don't know why. Super protective along your feet, and they just keep me going all day long. And they're not like too hot or anything where you need a lighter boot. They're just perfect weight, perfect everything. Honestly, I'm super impressed with that boot. I want to get another pair, but I don't want to give those up because I got them broken in. I didn't really need to break them in, but they're just, they fit perfect. I can't say enough about these boots. These things are unreal. Gosh damn it, good job, Rocky. All right, y'all, I'm on the home stretch. On the home stretch, the final thing we're putting in here is a little bit of the Green Monster from White Gold. This little baby right here. We've never put this in with a drill, and I'm really excited to do this because this stuff is really hard to grow. It always, when you broadcast it, number one, you gotta push it into the dirt somehow. And we don't have a culti-packer. I usually just use a tractor tires or four-wheeler or whatever. But it seems like the grasses and the weeds always beat it out. And it'll come up, but it just doesn't do super well because it's not Roundup ready or anything like that. So it's hard to spray it off and control the weeds. It's just a challenging thing to do. So this is untilled. We're actually gonna use the no-till drill the way it's not supposed to be used, but its purpose. And you can see I got a layer of green coming up, and that's always what happens after we plant. But I came in here yesterday and I resprayed it. So it's still green right now, but that stuff should be dead. This is the grass that comes up. This is the weed grass that just comes up in years prior. And I think this will be a great kind of a mulch, as a moisture holder for this grass, this Green Monster, to get up and going. So I'm really excited to use the no-till drill for this purpose, actually no-tilling this stuff in. We're gonna see how the Green Monster does. I'm gonna load it up. I gotta adjust the drill very small because the seed is very small, as you can see. Very small seed. So we usually run the four-wheeler down this fence line, but deer bed in here and you're just up elevated a little bit, so you know, normally we're not too concerned about spooking deer in there because we're not normally hunting them coming out of there, but we just like to keep things undisturbed. So this gives us a great screen to do. It's also just a great spot to test some seeds out because it stays dry and stuff in here. So it's just a good spot to learn a little bit and test some things out. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. This bag will plant a half an acre, but there's no chart for sorghum or Egyptian wheat on this chart here. So this is a guess and check type of thing. I have it closed off pretty good for super small seed. So we're just gonna see what happens. This is probably about a half an acre right here, so. One pass, maybe a hair heavy, but that's okay. You can see what it does. I mean, this is sprayed off, so it's not a green no-till, but it actually chews it up pretty good. Those wheels on there that cut into the soil are super sharp. I almost cut my finger on one, and they'll just cut in and the seed just drops in. So this should be really good. I'm excited for this one. Might be a game changer with the green monster. All right, well, the actual final patch. I'm just planting this little patch right here. It's probably, I don't know, between an eighth and a quarter of an acre. And the road is right there, you can see it. And in the winter time especially, it gets super thin right in here once the leaves come down. And the deer like to lay right in here. And we got a blind right in there, so it's just super easy to, it just creates more cover, honestly. Cover for us to get it out, and cover for the deer. I mean, deer could be 20 yards on the other side of this, and if it comes in good, it's super tall, super thick, you can walk right by them. And that makes the difference a lot of the time in pressuring a buck or pushing them out or whatever, any deer, but specifically a buck. That will make the difference if you can get in here and he doesn't know you're coming in here. But this little stuff like that seems like it could be overkill, but it's not. Definitely not, especially when the leaves fall and it's later season. So we're just coming in here with some green monster from White Gold feed. The blend looks awesome. I read the bag, very happy with the blend that they made, and I'm super excited to finally drill this stuff in instead of broadcasting it. It should be awesome. Sure as shit, should be. Long couple days, folks. I'm officially done planting. Hopefully there's no replanting going on. Rented this no-till drill. Second time we've done that. It's worked really good. I mean, obviously this thing was bumped and bruised when we got it, but got her patched up and she's working good. Working good now for the next people. But gotta unload it, hook it back up to the truck, go return it, and start doing my cleanup. But spring planting is officially done. June 9th, we're a little bit late, but we got rain coming in the next 2 days, so we should be hitting it perfect. And we couldn't have gone much earlier than this, unless it was like a month ago, because we just haven't had rain. So appreciate you coming along. I think we got between 10 and 12 acres put in, and a number of different, combined in a number of different spots. The most we've ever done by far. So we'll we'll keep y'all in the loop. We're gonna be back here very shortly to start putting up soybean fences and just to keep monitoring everything. Will be nitrogen and corn when it sprouts up, but the first thing's gonna be soybean fences and groundhogs, taking care of them. Let's get the pasture pleaser back to its garage. Done by noon, and one of the most important parts is the cleanup. Just gave him a quick power wash. I would have liked to do a full detail, but I don't have time to. But you're working with fertilizer and stuff, and obviously I was just in a dust pit for the last 3 days, so gotta get them cleaned off, take care of the equipment, and it will take care of you. Great 3 days. Got to put our soil amendment down, our liquid impact from Whitetail Institute, kind of like a lime replacement, and just add nutrients to the soil, especially for acidic stuff like we have a little bit here. So got that on the soil, got our pre-emergent herbicide down in a couple spots. That's gonna be a test. Kind of nervous to use that stuff, but gotta try it at some point in your life because it could save a lot of time down the road. So if that works out good, that'll that could help us in the future. So, and then we got all the corn in, all the beans in, all of the green monster from White Gold for our access routes. Spring planting is officially done. I hope everything comes up great. We got 3 days of rain coming, which is perfect. So we're gonna hit it great. So I just have to hope everything's seeded correctly, and we'll see what happens here in the next month. God bless. Food Plot Chronicles. The pasture pleaser. Sure as hell pleased me.
This guy treats these Mahindras like a Ferrari. I'm gonna oh, I missed a spot. Oh, there's another one right there. Now she's clean. All joking aside though, like Dino said, if you take care of your equipment will take care of you. Now I cannot stress to you guys enough the importance of access. That green monster is gonna allow us to get in and out of our food plots undetected. You can only bump deer out of the food plots coming in and out so many times before they're like, we don't want to eat here anymore. And we're not just trying to stay secluded from the bucks. It's all deer. We don't want any of them to know we're here. Nothing, not a zip. The tractors are cleaned up and put away. The pasture pleaser pleased us to the max. Corn and beans are in the ground. Green monster's in the ground. Germination is in process. We built the wall this week. We're building electric fences next week. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you right back here next Friday on the next episode of Food Plot Chronicles. Peace.